Oh, they're really going to let him do it?
What? Yeah.
They're doing a 15-minute slide presentation. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen.
I didn't either.
I'm impressed.
And if I threw to the place, I'll figure out what to do. I can't find a few things I'm supposed to talk about. I have to write. I'm too nervous. I can't think right.
I almost wrote a speech about rules of engagement because the cop who in the chief seat last time, he said somebody was violating the rules of engagement, and I was horrified. I mean,
But Charlie's back, so he's
I
on.
was taught rules of engagement means you don't fire unless somebody fires on you. So
Yeah.
they know nothing about rules of engagement.
Well, they had the guy in the front who was trying to let us in last week. He says, "Well, according to the Brown Act, all you have to do is not put your name." And I said, "Well, wait a minute. There's Brown Act. There's a few other things." "Oh no, it's only about putting your name down." That's what he told me.
Wow.
And somebody said, "Have you read the Brown Act?" And he said, "Sure, I know the Brown Act."
We're getting cocktails. We're going to be served cocktails, right?
Is he on his way out?
I mean, maybe it's his retirement party later. I would go. I would drink some champagne.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. That would be too freaky. Did you see the? I'll tell you later.
That's okay. I'm just rereading this.
Oh, you just. I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you very much.
coffee for speech. So I'll talk about all. Okay.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, September 13, 2016. This is a regular meeting of the Los Angeles Board of Police Commissioners. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Good morning. Let the record reflect Commissioners Johnson, Silverado, Figueroa, Villa, and Kramer present. We have a quorum. Number one on the agenda, consent agenda item.
Great. I'd like to pull item 1A. Do we have any comments on items 1B, C, D, E, F, G, or H?
We have a comment on H.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve item 1B, C, D, E, F, and G? So moved. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Call the comment on item 1H, please.
1H, we have Matthew Preston Schubert.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I noticed that there's some terrorism promotion going on, anti-terrorism promotion. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of confusion in the community between the police and the community. The community seems to be at concern for the way police are behaving towards them, the lack of compassion. They seem to have feelings hurt. They seem to be in a lot of pain. I think it's going back and forth. And I think that the terrorism promotion billboard is a good idea. But also I believe that the police need to back that to the full extent and not be up and down. The up and down behavior causes confusion in the community, and it promotes the possibility of terrorism happening and being allowed, which is why you have anti-terrorism groups happening. You have people that are retaliating against the police, people that are scaring the police, which is why the police are speaking to the mayor's office. You know, there's just a lot. The police need to stick to themselves. The police need to regroup about this terrorism issue and about these terrorism complaints. I believe that if the police did this and they acted forthcomingly, honestly, and secured the situation with the energy that they have in the appropriate way, then they would have a better response from the community, and I think that is the goal here. That is my comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Please let the record reflect Commissioner McLean Hill is not present.
Good morning. Do I have a motion to approve item 1H? Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And so let's call item 1A, please.
1A, Department's report dated September 9, 2016, relative to the donation of wireless devices and data service valued at $849,377 from the Los Angeles Police Foundation for the benefit of the Los Angeles Police Department.
Good morning, Police Commission.
Good morning.
Commander Regina Scott, the Assistant Commanding Officer of Information Technology Bureau. And this donation is from Sprint. It's an in-kind, so there's no money transported. They're going to donate the phones. The phones are connected to our body-worn camera system. It will allow the officers to be able to review their video. It will allow the officers to be able to be connected. As far as we're going to do a connected officer, where we'll be able to create apps for the officers to give them some resources at their fingertips. We'll be able to have them leverage some of the crime trends that are happening. It'll allow them to do FIs, automated, so they go directly in the system. It'll also allow them to do stop data, so that they'll be able to put their information in as their stop. It provides us for the phones. It also gives us the ability to manage the devices remotely, and it will also pay for the data for 1 year.
Was the donor Samsung to the police foundation? Who was the donor to the police foundation? Samsung.
Sprint.
Oh, Sprint. I see. There's Samsung devices, but it was Sprint.
Yes.
Okay.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you very much.
They didn't mention the comment
Item
cards.
number 2, the report of the chief of police, Chief Beck.
Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Just a couple things before you start that, I'm sure you'll talk about this as well. I had the privilege of attending the 2016 Above and Beyond Award Ceremony with my fellow commissioners, Commissioner Soboroff, McLean Hill, and Commissioner Figueroa Villa. It was really a fantastic ceremony. It was great to be a part of the first ceremony where we awarded the Preservation of Life Award, which I think is
Bullshit.
a fantastic award. Hopefully other departments around the country will follow suit. Obviously, we had Purple Heart Award winners and Medal of Valor Award winners as well. And it was really a testament to the brave men and women of the Los Angeles Police Department. It was great to be a part of that. And one other thing I'd like to mention is I read in the paper about the wrongful arrest of Guillermo Torres. I know the department is doing an investigation to the facts and circumstances surrounding that. I know that's being led by Deputy Chief Matt Blake. We had someone here who spent 17 days in custody, was arrested in his workplace. So I think that was certainly very disturbing for all of us to hear about and read about. So when Deputy Chief Blake is done with his review, I'd like that report back to the commission on that as well.
Commissioner, on the last item, the department has initiated a personnel investigation into the circumstances, partially based on Chief Detective Chief Blake's initial review. So if we could make that a closed session item, that would be more appropriate.
Sure.
More appropriate. More
Because
appropriate.
it's a personnel matter, and personnel matters are protected under police officer bill of rights.
But not the raises.
Before I begin my report, I would like to express the department's sorrow and condolences to the survivors of two individuals who have had a significant impact on the Los Angeles Police Department in its past. And the first is former police commissioner president Stanley Scheinbaum, who passed this last week. I knew the commissioner when I was a lieutenant. I also attended a class at UCLA that he was a guest instructor at. Had many interactions with him. He and I didn't agree on many things, but I certainly believe in his commitment to making LA a better place, and we are a lesser city for this passing. I'd also like to express the same sentiments about
He's nice to know what they
Supervisor Ed Edelman,
call.
who passed. Mr. Edelman served as a civilian member on boards of rights for many years.
No, it's Twitter.
In the times during the 90s when we had 3 or 4 times the amount of boards of rights that we do now. Mr. Edelman and I were partnered on multiple different inquiries, boards of rights, and I found him to be a very reasonable man who had a huge impact on the city and the county of Los Angeles. Obviously, above and beyond, I think President Johnson expressed my feelings about above and beyond already. The only thing I would like to add is it was the best attended Medal of Valor ceremony that the police department's ever had. We had almost 1,000 people in attendance. It was a great way to recognize some true heroes that put their own safety at risk for others, and whether they got the Medal of Valor or the Preservation of Life Medal or the Purple Heart. heroic interactions and made a difference in other people's lives. I'd also like to mention that we'll be reopening the Legion Park Police Academy this week. That's a great milestone in the history of Los Angeles Police Department. It will not only be available for graduations and other events, but also once again become the heart of the department's in-service training efforts and a place where recruit officers begin and end their time in the police academy. Before I get into general crime stats, I'd like to talk a little bit about the month of August. Last year, August was the deadliest month in multiple years in the history of Los Angeles. This August, the city was considerably safer. Well, not as safe as we would like, of course, but considerably safer. We had almost a 20% reduction in homicides versus the previous August, and a 21% reduction in numbers of victims shot relative to the previous August. And I wanted to not only recognize that as a positive point for the city, but also for the department, the Office of Operations and the other offices had a good plan, stuck to their plan, and through the use of CSOC and making sure that we had appropriate resources in the right places, they were able to make sure that we didn't have an August that repeated our last August. General crime stats. These are as of the 10th of this month. Homicides are down 2.9% as compared to last year. Rapes are down 6.5%. Robberies are at a 12.6% increase, and aggravated assaults are at a 14.7% increase. That gives us a total violent crime picture of 12.1% increase. Although we have been going in the right direction on that for the past number of weeks, and we're steadily chipping away at that number, so that's a positive thing. Property crime, burglaries, residential burglaries in particular, are down 4.4%. Motor vehicle thefts are following a statewide trend of increase, at 15.7% increase. Particularly in the last month, we've seen an increase in burglary theft from vehicles, vehicle break-ins, and we're seeing about a 9.3% increase there. And general thefts, personal thefts, are down 1.9%. Gives a property crime picture of an increase over last year of 4.1%, and that gives us a total Part 1 crime picture from the combined violent and property crime increase of 5.8%. In shooting victims, a very important statistic, because the department is concentrated on reducing the number of shooting victims and the number of homicides over this summer. We're at a 3.3% reduction in shooting victims from last year. Officer-involved shootings are down 5.1% over the 4-year average.
How about the 3 kids that LAPD killed in August?
Gang-related crime.
How about that?
Gang-related crime is down 11.6% in homicide and up 4.0% in total gang-related crime.
Only gangs I know
Traffic
are in
collisions.
blue.
Jesse Romero was 14.
Excuse me, can you please keep, if you have a comment?
Please keep the shooting down, please.
I already.
Richard Reister
keep
was
the murder
18.
down,
Kenny
please.
Watkins was 18. What about the 3 kids that LAPD killed?
Ma'am, you're interrupting.
Okay.
Next one, I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Okay.
Traffic collisions are up 8.5% in the city of Los Angeles. To give you an idea of the volume, that's 37,000 traffic accidents so far year to date that are reportable, as compared to 34,000 last year. Driving under the influence traffic accidents are down 3.6%. Hit and runs are up 5.1%. Motor vehicle versus pedestrians are down 3.3%. Of particular concern, though, in the fatal category of motor vehicle versus pedestrian, we have suffered 27 more fatalities this year than last, so far year to date. That's 66 versus 49. More vehicle versus pedestrians are one of the most serious types of accidents because of the injuries that are incurred and are something that we concentrate on. And I know that LA has a much different standard than some other big cities, particularly eastern cities, as it relates to jaywalking enforcement and pedestrian and roadway enforcement. But this is why we do it, because these are such horrific accidents that cost so many lives. Bicycle-involved collisions are down 18.2%, and they're actually down in the fatal category and in the serious injury category too, which is really important because, as you are well aware, we've seen a tremendous increase in bicycle use in the city of Los Angeles. So that's a positive thing. I think it shows what the Department of Transportation has done with bike lanes. Personnel statistics, we have 9,811 sworn personnel on payroll, 2,748 civilian personnel assigned to Los Angeles Police Department. That's 529 vacant civilian positions. So we still suffer from civilian vacancies. We have about 425 reserve officers, 284 specialist volunteers, 58 chaplains, and just shy of 8,000 young people in our cadet program, which we, of course, we're very proud of. And I think it's really important.
Commissioner Johnson, I have a question. Chief, while you were on vacation, there were a couple of matters that were in public comment.
There's plenty of seats
On your radar screen.
Your officers are disturbing the meeting.
Reports that one relates to the Israel board matter.
Can we stop this? Can we stop the harassment first? And then continue the meeting?
To protect and serve? Who's this meeting for?
What's going on here?
Who's the meeting for?
So the police are in the public roles? Can you ask them to move out of the public roles?
Up there.
And then they can sit in these seats?
Get the hell out of here in the public road.
Excuse
Right,
me?
but there's
Well, then
people
the first
locked
two are
out
not
because they're
reserved.
told there's no more seats. But there are seats in the police roles. So can the police sit in their roles? And then the public can sit in our roles.
Well, why don't you make your pigs go up front?
Yeah, if this is reserved, then that should be reserved. So just like we had to go around the back of the building, right? The black organizers have to go around the back of the building on Tuesdays only for police commission meeting. If we think about what's happening here, that the police can sit in our rows, does this remind you of anything? Remember Rosa Parks? Right, so let them come sit up in their rows and give us our rows.
2016.
Please move to one of the seats in the public road.
2016. Sit in the back of the bus.
Exactly. So I will sit in the public rows if those are reserved for the public. If they'll come sit in their rows. I'm happy to sit in the back of the bus if my row is reserved for me. Because there's people locked outside told that they can't come in.
You recall Jim Crow, as long as there's no available.
You can ask.
Jim Crow.
Please move so we do not have to take a recess and delay everybody here.
Jim Crow.
We know you like to get out of here early. We got all day. So if I get kicked out, that's fine. There's 40 more people.
Jim
The
Crow.
problem is your actions are going to cause a lot of other people to not have to.
That's a violation of the Brown Act. You can't.
Police come to their rows. So are the police moving to their rows?
Yes, they are.
Yes,
Okay. Then I'll sit in my row.
Guys, give one another. Sure you're not in the wrong.
Get the women out in front seats there.
Okay, let's bring the meeting back to order.
Mr. Chief, it's very
Start your question over here.